What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Moveton Gaming, and we here, and you here, and I'm here to talk about some real shit that happened. For real, for real. The real shit is this: Asmongold, who was a 15-year WoW player, World of Warcraft. For those who don't know, he's what you think of when you think of World of Warcraft players. He's one of the cool ones. I don't even remember how I found this guy, to be real. But basically, he kind of has been, I would say, indifferent about how the developers at WoW have been updating the game. And I've always looked at MMOs as basically these money suckers. I've always wanted to play them though because of the moments, right? There's always moments that you hear about in MMO games, especially WoW. And I remember the Leroy Jenkins moment. Like, I remember seeing that, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on or why, whatever. I think it was because, the guy really did some fucked up shit and fucked up a whole, probably a 100-man raid or some shit. I don't know. But it was iconic, and it was a moment, and I remember, and I didn't even know why it was funny. But, that's the type of shit that only happens in MMOs. I mean, did some shit happen in Fortnite? Maybe, probably. I don't know. The game's trash. So that brings us to Asmongold basically announcing he's going to play Final Fantasy XIV. And it was crazy. Like, people were pissed. People were like, you're a traitor. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking weeb. You're a fucking cat girl lover or whatever. I don't know. And it's like, y'all got a problem with the big brr? And when he said it, that was a moment in itself. And it's like, yo, the way he explained it was he wants to try the game because everybody recommends it. In very simple short words, that's pretty much what he says. I mean, it's like basically it's the MMO that rivals WoW right now. And then I'm like, okay. And when he said that, I was like, you know what? I'm about to start playing it too. Because he said it's free up until level 60, and you get the first expansion for free as well. And I'm like, well, shit. I got some free money. I can spend free all fucking day. So, I am a level, 32 ninja, you know what I'm saying? Just slinking through shit, you know what I'm saying? The way I do things, and I'm as Asmongold called my race, the beefy boys. I'm a beefy boy. I think it starts with an R. The race. I keep forgetting it, but I've always liked Final Fantasy. Like, I think it should be easier for me to play because I do know all the little tidbits and little hints of Final Fantasy in the game and of all the other Square Enix content. I just never played a MMO. I didn't have the money for the sub, and I didn't have the money for the PC, and I ain't had the money, you know what I'm saying? Shit. So it was always something I kind of couldn't get into, and then if I did have the money, I wasn't spending it on that bullshit. But now that it's free and I don't care and I have plenty of time and plenty of money, I'm playing Final Fantasy, the MMO. And so is Asmongold. And what I love about me being able to see his first experience after mine, it just was cool. I don't know, like, the effects that this is going to have, hopefully not even hopefully. Let's just talk about the effects this is going to have. You have the developers at WoW already surveying their players about Final Fantasy. They're asking their players how likely is it that you'll play from these following games? And the only game is on the list is Final Fantasy Endwalker that comes out November or something. I don't know. And it's just like, yeah. So how are you going to feel when one of their most like, well-known streamers that stream the game and make the game and kind of vouch for the game, and he gets a lot of like, I'm gonna play WoW. Like, I'm gonna play WoW, bro. I'm gonna play that shit, bro. I'm gonna die playing fucking WoW now. But I'm not gonna start anytime soon. I don't have time for that shit, and it's probably really expensive. And I'm waiting for the next moment in WoW of WoW 2 or WoW Rebirth, like Cataclysm or some shit. I don't know. But Asmongold is kind of the epicenter of this energy in a video game, right? And it's insane. It's really dope. It's what I've always wanted to be, just be there. And what happened there was with everything. I think everybody would want to be Asmongold in MMO, right? You got the whole server's following you around. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, they were trying to be assholes and dicks. I don't know why. I don't really know why anybody does anything or why people feel the way they do anymore. I don't know, bro. I barely have feelings on shit. I have feelings on shit, but it's usually about video games. And you also have on the other side the Final Fantasy developers, and they're looking at this like, yeah, and they're gonna push this ball. They're gonna shoot whatever momentum they got up with some steroids and some cocaine up the nose, because they want to be the king of RPGs, whether it's an MMO, whether it's a JRPG, whether it's a Dark Souls style fighting hacker slash whatever flip, which is Final Fantasy VII, I guess, or 15, or what was it? I feel like there was one more Square Enix game that wasn't very strategic, but them becoming what they are now is really dope. Like, I've always wanted them to be like recognized for their storytelling, man. Like, they just tell dope stories about dope characters, and Asmongold gets to experience that shit. And while he was playing, he seemed like he was enjoying himself. This is just a moment in MMO history that doesn't happen very often, where the players are being heard and we're choosing what kind of game mechanics we want. We're choosing what type of development cycles we want. And it's basically like a good time to get into the game. Like, I'm happy I'm in the game, and it's just dope to be a part of this shit. Because once it happens and Endwalker comes out, Endwalker's going to come out and everybody's going to talk about, well, what happened to this WoW servers? Are the WoW servers empty? So we're all waiting for that. And if you've gotten to this part, just like, comment, especially the hate comments. I get hate comments. I'm like, thank you. Because it's easy to hate, right? It's so easy to like. So do that for me, sub, because there'll be more shit coming. This is Mootin Gaming, and I'm outie.